what were the things that you saw in going through the process that allowed you to quantify the value that you did get out of?
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, as you said before, right, I guess like from a fee perspective, you guys are, a little bit higher compared to sort of the industry standard. But I think it was just, it was like the thoroughness and sort of a lot of the level of service as well that we got from Bruce, yourself, and the rest of the team. Him not being too fussed if we were pinging him at odd hours of the night, asking him questions. And the guys just always sort of chasing us up for good purpose. I think that extra level of sort of customer service and dedication, it really does go a long way. I mean, I can imagine a potential scenario where some advisor might just give you a spreadsheet, tell you to fill it out, and then you never sort of see them again. They kind of just do whatever it is that you agreed to with your money. But it almost feels like there's like a genuine relationship there with you guys. It's not just you guys an accessory that we tap into every now and then. It's like we're kind of all part of the same team. And I think there's a lot of that intangible value there as well, on top of everything else that we've just spoken about in terms of what we've gotten out from you guys.
Yeah, and I think that that's great to hear. I'm sure Bruce will be happy to hear that one as well. But he's very responsive on his text messages. But I think the other part of it is that I think that what people don't realize is that the value is often quantified as well. Like we have those 3 ways that we measure the value, which is what is the upside, like what's the potential if you implement the strategies that we decide on. What is going to be the uplift in your net asset position compared to what you were doing before? And then there's like the actual the immediate value that you get, the tax savings, the investment growth, like the stuff that comes off the back of the plan. And then we've got the tracking of the real results, like what actually happened afterwards. And I think that's what, for people that haven't gone through this process before, if you're thinking about getting advice, like ask the people that you're talking to say, how are you going to show me the value? And I think that we're never able to answer what the value is. And I think you guys probably ask that question like most people do, to say, what is it going to be? I think that a necessary element of a good planning process is that you can't know what the outcome is going to be, because that would require you guys to have essentially gone through the process. But I think, afterwards, when you see those numbers, it gives you the confidence that you have made the right decision and you can see the outcomes there. Do you think that's a fair comment?
Definitely. And it just helps mute a lot of the noise out there as well. Like, that this is the strategy that we're all confident in, and it'll help us get there at a pace that we're happy and comfortable with. And then so a lot of the noise out there that would previously have you second guessing yourself suddenly just becomes sort of white noise that you sort of like washes over your back. So definitely agree with that statement.
Awesome. And there is definitely so much noise out there, I think, when it comes to this money stuff, that everyone does have an opinion, or the media and, all of the stuff that ties in with it too.
Well, I mean, if you just look at the craziness of the market, even in the last sort of 3 to 4 months with like GameStop and just treasury yields and what is happening to this stock, what is happening to that stock, it just sort of mutes all of it a little bit, because that your exposure is like you're protected against like silly things like that as well. You're not too worried, right? So yeah,
absolutely. And so obviously, you guys are working with us on an ongoing basis. You pay us, fees for doing that. Apart from the things that you've just mentioned, in your mind, what makes those fees worth it?
Just having that ongoing support, knowing that we'd be able to message you if we had any questions about anything.
Yeah.
And then also going through the process of buying a property in the not too distant future as well. And having you guys there.
Because it's not just a single touch point thing, right? As I was saying, like if circumstances change in life or whatever it might be, just knowing that door is always open to lean on you guys, to ask questions, to see if this particular circumstance happens, how does this then affect the overall strategy? Well, then you guys will go away and sort of figure out where you need to maybe change some of the figures or the projections, and just knowing that we can count on you guys to do that. I mean, it just like you were saying before, removes a lot of the frustration if you had to do it yourself, right? Because then how do you know the decisions you're making are correct? Or like, are you looking at the right options? Have you taken into consideration as many of the factors as possible that is influencing this particular decision? So just knowing that, yeah, you guys are sort of in our corner, I